Hello everyone, this is Big Boss Calvin 83. I just love, you gotta love trolls. Bullies do not always end up as criminals. That's a very misinformed and ignorant thing to say. Why aren't people honest when it comes to their discussions of bullying? There's no one on the planet who has not bullied someone. No one. The point is to be honest and stop bullying. By labeling bullies as future criminals, they're only doing a disservice to those being bullied. And bullies are sometimes parents, bosses, and friends. I'm going to read you that thing one more time, because I just love parasites. They just hang themselves. They know the truth, but they want to go around it. They want to assume for other people. This parasite look at his profile. He doesn't show his face. No videos. He obviously doesn't have a life outside of YouTube. All he does is want to troll and start trouble. I mean, he's obviously bullying. He's obviously continuing to be a bully. He hasn't learned from it. He'll never learn from it because it was never corrected at an early age. Nothing productive. And as you see, I have a zero tolerance policy against ignorance. Okay, so you say, okay, let me read the comment, and I'm going to break it down bit by bit. Bullies do not always end up as criminals. That is very misinformed and ignorant thing. Excuse me, I'll read that again. Bullies do not always end up as criminals. Excuse me. Bullies do not always end up as criminals. That is very misinformed and ignorant thing to say. Last time I checked, when I look around me, most bullies are criminals. All I gotta do is look at the Rockefellers, the Rothschilds. Those are some bullies. Those are real bullies. All I gotta look at is police officers. All I gotta look at is prosecutors, crooked lawyers, judges, bullies, bankers, bullies, teachers, bullies, principals, bullies, school administration, bullies, CIA, FBI, anything that has something to do with government, anything that is controlled by government is a bully. The government is the main bullies. And the government is controlled by the elite bullies that you say don't exist. No, what I said is not ignorant. It's the fucking truth, and you just told on yourself as always. There's nothing misinformed because I experienced bullying myself, and I can tell you that I have never bullied no one nor mistreated anyone the way I didn't want to be treated, because I didn't have the opportunity. I did not have the opportunity to do that because I was undesirable. Kids who are labeled and stereotyped out for 1 to 5 seconds, and they're dumped on and shit on and shat on and spat on and mistreated and belittled, ridiculed and put down and attacked and abused emotionally, physically, psychologically, mentally, and verbally, and spiritually, and constantly being having their faults used against them. But these same assholes like yourself don't want to be treated like that. You don't want to be treated like that yourself, and you can't even handle your own medication. You can't handle your own medicine, your own medication, but you like to dish it on to others. And you like to assume Why aren't people honest when it comes to the discussions on bullying? That's bullshit. We're being very honest. The people who are speaking out are the victims of bullying, not the victimizers like yourself. You don't have a complaint and you don't see it as a big deal because it never happened to you. You went along with the groupthink because your brain is because you're stupid. Your brain doesn't fucking work, so you use somebody else's brain. You went along with the status quo. And school is nothing but a playground for bullying. It's not always the parents' fault, it's the system's fault. The school and society and the laws that let this happen. The reason why parents are fucked up the way they are is because of that fucking indoctrination of school, of moral breakdown, of feminism and racism. Eugenics. It's a breeding system for eugenics. That's what the institution is. Dumbass. There is no one on this planet who has not bullied someone. That's you're wrong. The people who are victims of bullying will never bully somebody because we don't like the way it feels like. And you're assuming for everybody. You want to be in denial and don't want to take no accountability and responsibility. You talk about the point is to be honest and stop bullying. Well, you gotta be held accountable. You gotta correct. You people like you need to be brought to justice. And you don't like your own medication. That's why you came in my video and said what you said. By labeling bullies as future criminals, they are only doing a disservice to all those people being bullied. Bullies are sometimes parents, bosses, and friends. Well, you double spoke. In this sentence you said, by labeling the bully as a future criminal, guess what? That's what that bully is going to be, male or female. Bullies are future criminals, and they're the most cutthroat. They're the ones who one-up someone. They're the ones that cheat their way to the top, fuck their way to the top, dick suck their way to the top. They lie and manipulate. They use and abuse people. They hurt other people to get ahead. And that's what you're taught in Eurocentric society. In many Western societies. You're taught this dumbass, barbaric, Eurocentric way of thinking. Excuse me for being upset and tripping over my words, but what we need to do is label those who are in the wrong. You, as the bully, you are going to be labeled as a criminal because, hey, you feel it's okay to bully somebody and mistreat someone the way you don't want to be treated and don't want to take no accountability, no responsibility because you don't want to grow the fuck up. So we're going to give you your own. We are going to give you out of the kindness of our hearts your own medication. So you are a criminal. You are a criminal, so everybody's going to label you as a criminal. So what we need to do to the bullies is treat them the same way they treat us. So we need to jump them. We need to call them names. We need to look for faults. Make fun of the way they talk. Make fun of the way they look. Just by undressing you and molesting you with our eyeballs. We need to label you because you think a certain way that nobody else thinks. Because I'm with my clique, we are with our clique, and since you are outside of our clique and you don't associate yourself with anyone, or because you don't fit in with the status quo, we will not accept you. So because of that, because you got your own mind, you got your own way of doing things, and you think differently from us, and you do things differently, and you got your own different interests, we're going to label you. We're going to terrorize your home, where you're scared to come outside, and we're going to scare you where you're trapped in your own home by vandalizing it. Hey, damn this, let's set it on fire. Let's crash into it with a fucking truck. You know, you got flat tires, man, all of them, 4 flat tires. Hey, you walk outside, let's attack you, let's throw eggs at your face, let's throw rocks, let's jump them, let's jump you. What's wrong with that? Let's tell all the women how horrible you are. Hey, let's tell all the guys how horrible this bitch is so she don't get no guy in her life. Let's talk about let's label the guy where the point where women will just, you know, go along with the groupthink, label him as undesirable, where he can't get nobody in his life, and that will follow him for the rest of his life. When you label somebody, you destroy their life and you destroy their future. They can't make moves. They can't get the career. They can't have the life of their dreams because you took it away from them. You took it away from them. You took it away from them with the abuse. You stole it. You cheated them out of a life. You denied them a life. But you don't want it done on you. And like I said, so let's give you your own medication. Let's jump you. Let's knock your teeth out in your stomach. Let's make fun of this person. Let's label them. Let's spread rumors. We're gonna spread rumors. We're gonna gossip. We're gonna lie on you. We're gonna exploit you. And make you feel bad about yourself. And see how that feels. And only a sadistic person will say no one in this person has ever bullied someone. That's what gets me hot. That's a straw man argument. When it comes to when you want to make that statement, you talk about people who always had a silver spoon in their mouth, who had rich parents, you know, and they got the brand new car for their birthday. You know, they got the beach house, they got the little own place, you know, and they're fucking bitches left and right. You know, they're the beauty queen. They're the girl who wins beauty pageants every year. She gets rewarded for being attractive, and she has her high expectations list, and where many men will not meet that list. Yeah, those are the bullies. The feminists, the ones who are sexist. Then you got the racist groups. You got the skinheads. Yeah, let's talk about it. And you got these other skin monkey groups, mostly Caucasian supremacists. Then you got the pretty boy. Then you got the jock. The athlete, the track star, the basketball star, not the role player, the stars. Then you got the president of the student council, the president of every club. You know. Then you got the club president, the executive. You got the dean's list. You got the kids on the dean's list, the honor students. That's right. They're the bullies because they're in positions of power, and that's what they teach you at school. To be better than to think that you're better than somebody, and think you're above somebody because of your position. That's how the bullying starts. That's how people become bullies, because of entitlement. The people who are victims of bullying do not go around bullying others unless they join in with the groupthink. I just hate it when people try to take my words and twist them into their own sadistic wants. This is how you create your own killers. Then you wonder why motherfuckers flip out and want to try to kill you, attack you violently, Then you wonder why people try to kill you. You wonder why you have a Columbine, you have a George Sedini, you have a Virginia Tech, you have a Ted Bundy, Jack the Ripper, and you notice most of these killers are mostly men, and it's not because men are violent. So to say, I can break down racial aspects. Even though most of these killers I mentioned were Caucasian males, not all of them had a silver spoon born into their fucking mouth. It's not always necessarily have anything to do with them just having white privilege and they think they're better. It's because that whole attitude, you know, when men become violent killers, there's no race. You really can't put racial lines and ethnicity in it because the act is still the same. When somebody gets mistreated and labeled as an outcast and undesirable, and they get picked on and labeled and stereotyped out and denied a life, and be heckled and disrespected and degraded and face all kinds of hostility from all sides and angles, being ridiculed, dumped on, shit on, and spat in the face, and being attacked, and being abused emotionally, physically, psychologically, and I'll say asexually, and then because they're a loner. Most people don't choose the way they end up in life. Most people don't ask to be born into this world and to be labeled and treated a certain way. You're taught that by eugenics, but you're taught that by TV, you're taught that by the school system itself. And it's dumbass parents who came from those institutions and graduated with honors. And most bullies are in positions of power. All you gotta do is look up. All you gotta do is just look around you and open your eyes instead of trying to deny the shit. Most bullies are cutthroats. Most people who are in positions of power, in the position of power and authority, are bullies. Nice people don't get ahead like that. It's not because they're fucking weak. It's because they care about people. They have a brain. They think for themselves. They treat people the way they want to be treated. They treat people the way they want to be treated, and they're fair. And the problem is with that, the elite bankers who run these systems, who run the system, don't want people to be fair to one another because they can't control you. They cannot oppress you. They cannot enslave you. That's why. Do I need to say more? I'm out. Peace. Good night.